All right, today we're going to check out SPGP Alpha version 0.6, the Super Pixel Grand Prix Alpha by RozzBozzy, as you can see here on the screen. So let's give this a shot. I downloaded it already. We are going to load it up and see how it goes. I have not played it yet, so this is a brand new test of this. I have, however, already downloaded it. So we're just going to pop into the downloads here and get this started. I'm going to play today with an Xbox Series X controller wired into my computer. Hopefully that works. All right. Looks like we're greeted with a splash screen, current settings, draw distance settings, number of AI, 26 to 29, post-processing. None of that's clickable. Super 3D Pixel GP. Options, graphics, draw distance AI. Okay, this is where we can change those options. Back save combined into one. Let's see, we have launch retro mode. So press R to reset to default resolution. If you're having difficulty running the game, please reduce settings in the options menu. Feedback hugely appreciated for the next build. All right, let's go ahead and launch this. RozzBozzy. Of course, got to give the developer credit there. Music by Nicole Marie T. Voice work. Okay, 2D graphics, Gary Arnott. Loading, press escape during a race for the alpha version. Pause menu. Obviously, this is alpha, so this is super early, so we can't judge and gauge the entire thing just on this build, of course. I assume this is like an intro screen. We've got cool little crowd effects in the background. Oh, I love the fact that we get like a very cool. We get like a demo, basically. Visual demo. Let's push a button. Push A, nothing happened. Push start. Okay, so no controller input here. Push enter on the keyboard. Spacebar. Escape. Okay. All right. So we got there eventually. No mouse. As you can see, I'm moving on the D-pad. Nothing is happening there. Okay, I don't know what I just pushed. I pushed left and right on the keyboard, and then it appears as though like basically up was the up arrow was what selected it, so that's a little bit weird. Obviously, we'll have to tweak that a little bit. Okay, wheels work by default controller. Looks like the right trigger works. Okay, music awesome. AI is just sitting still. A little bit of kind of back and forth on the steering. Let's see how this feels. Feels pretty natural. Obviously, this is a track from the demo there at the beginning. A little bit floaty for me. I feel like. Let's see if I can feel. Whoa, that explosion was amazing. Let's see, can I, how much, oh my gosh, there's an explosion sound that is a little bit too loud. Looks like we got a 9 in the bottom left, 8, okay, I can only assume that's our placement. Checkpoint, nice. Okay, lap time, lap 1 of 3. Yeah, I'm not sure, I think the steering is maybe a little bit, my personal opinion, and I do play a lot of racing games, so not saying it's the end-all be-all, but I think it actually moves a little bit too easily. Oh, you know what? It's actually better on the keyboard. I bet a lot of the testing has been done with the keyboard. Okay, I spun around. I'm going to venture to guess that a lot of the... clearly dark there. You can't even really see what's going on. So we have some shadowing effects there that are a little bit... might need a little bit of tweaking. So it feels as though with the keyboard, there's actually a little bit of acceleration on the left and right movements. Like a ramp-up kind of effect. Like when you first push left. So actually you can see it there. So watch this. I'm just going to try and sit still. When I push, I'm holding, okay, I'm going to hold the left arrow. And see how it slowly rotates left and right? But if I do the same thing with the controller, it seems like it goes much faster. It's instantaneous. So I think the controller, and I don't know if maybe that's the way it's defined there, but the controller is actually going to need a little bit of tweaking to make that feel a little better. Again, kind of odd. I mean, it's awesome that it has controller support already in Alpha 0.7, but it's a bit odd that the controller actually feels worse than the keyboard. So clearly want some tweaking there. Love the crowd sounds. The whole audio effect is actually really nice. I mean, you can hear, obviously, the sweet music. Sweet retro style music. The crowd sound of the Coliseum looks awesome. The big crowd sound in the background, which really makes it much more lively than it was just music. That's actually a really solid idea. Can't tell if that's a part of another track there. It looks like a pit lane maybe. As you can see, the differentiator between the ground and the rest of the track, oh crap, is a bit tough. Oh man, the reflections though on the spoiler look awesome. All right, so what we'll do is we'll finish this race in this mode, and then we'll go back and try the retro mode. I have not tried that, so I do not know what the difference is. Looking over and I'm seeing if appears as though my recording is actually not at super high res, or excuse me, super high frame rate, although the game itself is running perfectly smooth. So anything that you're seeing in the video is not related to the game itself. And in fact, let's see, I push escape. I'm gonna try and change a couple of things here, see if that makes a difference. Okay, see if that helps. All right, paused, R to resume, M to menu, O to option. So what if I just push escape? That doesn't work. Okay, so not really intuitive on the menu options there, but again, I know it's early, so I'm sure that will be improved. Now, when I stopped, did the whole game stop? Okay, so obviously it looks like what we did was we set time scale to 0, right? That's my guess, which is the right way to do that. But okay, yeah, I don't think anything else happened. Okay, you know what? Let's go to menu, because obviously we're so far behind. What if I hit the down arrow, left arrow, right arrow? Nothing seems to happen there. Up arrow. Okay, so now it looks like it's moved me to GP, but obviously that's not a possibility. Okay, so the joystick does work there. At least it is now. A, start, nope. Right trigger, so that worked. Okay, so basically I get it, the accelerator button worked here, which happens to be the right trigger. Oh gosh, that's a little bit loud. I feel like that's even louder than the last one. I'm gonna turn that down. Okay, so this Jurassic track looks awesome. Okay, I love all the tire smoke and everything at the beginning, the sounds. Man, all of that, a lot to love there. Okay, animated Jurassic, nice. Okay, that's awesome. Again, lighting, you know, and I know that lighting, one of the things I've noticed with Unity is the lighting changes a lot depending on the graphic settings, which mine should default just to Ultra, but I'm not sure exactly if it is or not. Ooh, man, that water looks really cool. It really fits with the theme, the low poly look of the game. Okay, I'm just hitting other buttons now just to see. Okay, so D-pad does not allow for steering. No, oh, okay, the A button on the controller is a viewpoint change. We got like a chase far view, like a rear spoiler cam, regular car cam, from over the top TED cam. Okay, let's try this far away view. Man, near and dear to my heart on the dinosaurs here. Man, this is pretty awesome. That guy's pretty fast. All right, are we going inside of the large area here? Okay, so track, I'm guessing might have been done with easy roads. Kind of just a guess. I'm looking at, I saw the way some of the textures were kind of stretched there in certain areas, and I kind of had that same issue myself with the easy roads. Man, this area looks awesome. I know it's really dark, obviously, and I can't tell if there's a wall there. Okay, there is. I wanted to kind of take a look at it. Oh, AI has exploded? Triceratops. Seems like it's really slow to get going. And I guess that's by design, but the acceleration at the bottom does seem really, really slow. Dinosaurs in a cage or something. Yeah, this track is really cool. Now, I did find it unique that the track became automatically unlocked after I drove the first one, even though I didn't actually finish it. I don't know if that's a feature or a bug, but it's something. So, just be aware of that. All right, we got some good turns here. Good, again, this good-looking water area. Overall, okay, I'm going to try driving with keyboard. I think that's going to be better for me. I know I have the controller set up there, but I really... Okay, wow. Bounced off that wall pretty hard. Don't know if that's intentional or not. Obviously, the physics material can make a difference there. A lot of times on the walls, it seems like lowering the friction on them makes sense so that you don't really have that kind of bouncing effect too hard. But maybe the big bouncy kind of impact is intentional. I'm not sure. I wonder what that... Okay, I don't know what any of the buttons are on the key. Oh, okay, control. So control is the camera. Obviously, there's no indicators of that I saw anywhere. Maybe I missed it. Rear view mirror looks absolutely awesome. I realize it's like a virtual style mirror, obviously because of where it is. But yeah, that camera looks really cool. It even has a slightly different... I'm sure it's intentional. Oh gosh. Okay, found another mode. So the B button. So it's a different button altogether. Has two different viewpoints. The out of the car viewpoint and some other one. Obviously having those on separate inputs doesn't make a lot of sense. Again, don't know if that's a feature or a bug. But here you can really... Okay, you can really see how the tires... I was to say wheels and tires. How the tires turn back and forth very quickly there. And I'm doing the same thing on the keyboard, and I'm just not getting that same... So keyboard at the extremes, steering wheel, or controller at the extremes. So obviously, you can't even do that with... I'm doing the same thing with the keyboard. You can't even make it do that. So again, obviously, maybe the way the input method is set up, but it may need some tweaking for it to feel a little better on the controller. We'll continue to drive with the controller anyway. That's very... okay, two things. One was I saw in the rearview mirror the way the particle system showed from the smoke. It looked like it may have been set to like a local position. So it seemed to like stay with the car as I was driving instead of in the world, which is what we would have wanted, for it to stay in the world. Oh shoot, I'm spinning. Yes, sir. Okay, we are back. Minor Fortnite update for my son. All right, I don't know which direction I'm supposed to be going here, but I know we were again talking about the keyboard versus the keyboard, right, left, right, controller. You can see left, right. It's just, again, I'm guessing it's the way the method is done. Okay, we went over that. The next thing after that was the particle effects. That's right. So, and I might be going backwards right now. But there's no indicator that I'm going backwards. Based on this waterfall, I am definitely going backwards. But I don't have any sort of like wrong way indicator or anything of the sort. And I can't see anything, so that's a problem. He exploded, but I didn't. It's good, I guess. Okay, so there we go. So with those effects, the particle effects looks like they're set for a local position instead of a world position. So whenever they go off, they basically follow the car instead of staying on the track where it seems like they should stay. Should be not too hard of a change there. All right, let's go back to arcade. Gas. Okay. It looks like there are a ton of tracks planned, which is absolutely awesome. Definitely one of my biggest gripes in most games is their lack of content. So I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to reopen it now in the retro mode. I just did Alt F4. Didn't see a quick way out of there, so... Alright, let's go alpha test again. Alright, let's go launch retro mode. I do not know the difference. It looks as though... I won't know yet. I don't know if it's a graphical change, or if it's more than that. But let's find out. Okay, it's a graphical change. Alright, so start my engines. Do I push accelerator? Alright. Accelerator. Roam. Okay, so obviously we've gone with a even more... Oh wow, even the post-processing maybe looks a little bit different. I guess. Otherwise it seems the same. So I guess that's just a filter, essentially, or just a different camera that launches. I don't prefer this mode. I mean, I get it. I understand it, obviously. You know, I am a retro gamer myself, so totally understand it. I definitely prefer the other mode. So again, just kind of taking a look here. So let's do this. Let's just keep going. I was going to say let's change out, but you know what? No reason. Let's just stick with retro mode. And let's kind of check the difficulty, which, you know, so far doesn't seem easy. Again, I can see that grading on the mirror may need some tweaks for the retro mode as well. I know it looks probably better than looking forward, honestly. We had a little bit of a light pop in there. I don't know if that was from the point light or excuse me, directional light that popped in at the top. Obviously, there's like a cookie up there for that sun. Don't know if it's for that or not. I'm having to lift off the gas a little bit on those turns. It's not just to hold the gas down and go, unless maybe you get the exact perfect line. I'm having a hard time seeing where I go here. Okay. A track map would be incredible. It may be intentional to not have one, because not all games did. As you can see, I kind of get stuck with this stick, kind of going back and forth. Kind of almost, not quite like tank slapping, but definitely getting stuck trying to kind of recover it. Keeping the direction going. You can probably see on the... You should be able to see... Oh, shoot. On the screen, the inputs that I'm giving it. Man, I really just can't see this area at all. It's very difficult to make that out. I don't know if that's... I mean, obviously the road and everything is dark, so I don't know if that's as much a lighting effect or an actual... Oh, shoot. He crashed. Oh, no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ah! Get off me. Okay, I'm getting passed by everyone. Nice. A little bit difficult to get out of there. What is that explosion looking thing that was going on in front of me? Was that something... Was that like backfire effects on the car? Huge explosion up here. I love the explosions, man. That's absolutely one of my favorite things so far. I really like those. Really like overstated, over-accentuated explosions. Makes for a really cool time. The track layout, really good. Theme is awesome. Obviously, this one doesn't have a lot of elevation to it. This particular track, it's kind of by design, I'm sure. It's basically just road. Was that a train that just rolled by? Holy crap, I never saw that before. Is that lap 3 only? If that's the case, that's nice to have those dynamics. I don't know, it was a tire. Nice to have those dynamics. I couldn't really tell that was a wall. I guess that messed me up because of the, whatever that looks like the pit lane or whatever over there. Kind of throws me off. Alright, so let's see if I can finish this race out. Had an okay race. Not a perfect race. Oh, shoot. But still looks like we're going to finish in the, you know, just over the 10 mark there at best. Don't spin me out. He tried to give me the pit maneuver. Okay, to the left here. Checkpoint's nice. I like the stating of it. You know, in retro mode, it would be cool. I don't know the plan here, but making it like a checkpoint racer. You know, where you have to count down, you have to get to the next checkpoint, basically, if you don't... Because, you know, at this kind of speed and everything, like, you know, does finishing 13th do me any good? Basically, I might as well not even finish. So you could almost make it, you know, old school retro in the sense that you have it as a checkpoint racer, and, you know, you have to get to the next checkpoint within a certain amount of time, and if you don't, then you basically just lose out anyway. I think that said finish, and now I'm on lap 4 of 3. Okay. The lap 4 thing was kind of cool. You place in position 13. Ooh, the race result screen is really cool. I like that. Yeah, overall, really good presentation. I mean, obviously it's alpha, so let's not, you know, criticize too much here because we're way early in the dev process. Alpha 0.6, which Alpha 0.7 is being worked on. I've already seen on Twitter, so we got some new stuff coming out there. But, you know, went over the way the control works. The sound overall, really loud, but maybe that's not a bad thing. A couple of explosions were maybe a little bit louder than normal. The second track sounded louder than the first track. I don't know if that's intentional, or if that was just maybe my setup or something like that. The particle effects, the textures, again, I mean, you know, just kind of, and please, this is all supposed to be constructive criticism. Nothing negative here, just kind of giving my opinion. I am my racing pedigree, I guess if you call it, goes all the way back to Mario Kart on the Super NES. And off-road on the arcades, you know, Ivan Stewart, Iron Man, and Super Sprint, Atari. I mean, all that stuff just way back. So I've been playing everything from arcade games to sim games and everything in between. So overall, I like it. I really like it. I would definitely play it, and especially if there is any multiplayer aspect or any kind of leaderboards or anything like that, or just an arcade mode that was single player that I could try and play through and get to the end and unlock, because it looks like there's so many different tracks, which is awesome. So I definitely look forward to that. So yeah, hopefully you keep putting out updates, and I'll keep checking them out. And until then, see you next time.